Clock in, clock in. Black Gatti just walked in.
I don't need nobody, only fuck with niggas from around my way. Fuck how you feel about it. I'm the one who's stepping for my section, but they still tryna block it. Had to throw the hate up on my necklace, bitch, I'm tryna stop it, bitch. I don't even wash my clothes, cause I ain't never folded. Had to wipe a nigga nose.
Team Black got a stand up, man. Yo. All right, y'all. So we got academics. He actually went live today with the same dude that I seen posted the video of the girl speaking of the situation that worked at the hotel of where Foolio lost his life at, man. I ain't gonna lie. Her story was very descriptive. It sounded believable. It sounded like it made sense, bro. A lot of it kind of fit together. It was certain things that I do question, but for the most part, what she was saying definitely sounds very accurate, bro. And as the case opens up some more, you feel me, where I can get some complete details, bro, I'm really gonna spill tea on the situation, you feel what I'm saying? But for now, I guess we're gonna see what's going on, cause like I've been hearing Buddy been breaking it down. Y'all know how I feel. I really ain't too much vibe with a lot of these boys breaking it down, cause a lot of these boys got too much assumptions for me, bro. And I like to literally point out facts instead of, oh, what I think could happen, and especially when people pointing fingers. You know what I'm saying? When we don't got no face to nothing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I know a lot of people feel otherwise, and a lot of people feel these, so I'm open to, you know what I'm saying, listen to what y'all think, you know, and hopefully y'all could make me feel otherwise, but it's kind of hard to prove Big A wrong. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But I guess we're gonna watch and listen to how good he could explain the situation to academic.
Hey, Acker, you there?
Hey, is this Ratchet TV?
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, man? What's up with you?
What's going on?
I think this is the first time I've seen your channel. Maybe I've ran into content before, but I probably never looked at the name. Everybody keeps telling me that you have solved it. That's what I'm hearing. What's going on? You solved it? Perfect. Great.
Hey, man.
Okay, now solving it kind of crazy, bro. You feel me? Like, did he solve it? Hold up, I gotta listen, cause yo, ain't no way, boy.
Dog,
Okay.
it's a lot of shit going on in this case, man. It's getting real spooky, but yeah, it's a lot of moving parts. I just say that. But that hotel worker, that conversation you watching, actually, once I did that interview with her on my phone, the information wasn't out yet, so the footage dropped the next day. So I already had that. So everything you listening to and how she's detailing it, the footage wasn't even out yet.
And by the way, I mean, not that I really give a damn, but did she know you were recording her?
I'm pretty sure.
At the time, no, but she did know by the end of the call. She didn't know while we was on the phone, but I did tell her, like, I did record the phone call, and she was cool with it. But there's another conversation that we had after this, and she told me I couldn't record it because she gave me some details that she just did not want to be released by her voice.
Sound like she gave a whole lot of shit that she probably should have not been recorded in the first place. I think she said the most she could have said, unless she could actually tell you, nigga, I did it too. Yeah, I would. I said his ass up too. I regret it. Unless she said some crazy shit like that. Other than that, what she gave us face, told us motherfucker that came around there earlier. Like she done said a lot already, famo.
Yeah, so I only asked because, you know, we also kind of want to, you know, I know, you know, you have a platform, you have a huge platform, I have a huge platform. I'm not trying to endanger her life and all this, but I do want to give you the platform real quick to you really quickly explain who you are, what you do on YouTube, the center, and then I want you to give me everything you know currently about this case and kind of give us a synopsis of, from all the research you've done, lay out any proof or how you found certain stuff and what you believe happened that night or happened that led up to the death of Foolio. Go ahead, my brother.
Well, my name is, Ratchet TV, the Hood's journalist. I started off doing like the Mo3 case, Dolph, Takeoff, stuff like that. I was just covering all these cases from rappers and stuff like that. Did a lot of Kanika Jenkins, Alexis Ware stuff. I was doing missing cases for a while, but then this case right here kind of just fell into my lap. I just started covering it, and a lot of people from Florida already follow my content. So as people from Florida are already covering my content, like a lot of people been hitting me up and giving me like the information on the case. You know what I'm saying? So once they gave me the information, I just been getting a lot of people that's tied into these gangs and these organizations, and allegedly, ATK is taking credit. I would say they're taking most of the credit for this hit, but it's more 1,200. And these names are all going to start coming out because there's a gang out there, 1,200, NHG, and ATK. Those are the three gangs that are tied behind the Foolio death. Okay, 1,200 mainly.
So you're going to have to treat us all like dummies. some people here might know a little bit more than others. So you have to break it down. So we know Foolio that he has a beef with Young and Ace, right? Foolio is in what's his like gang name?
That's KTA.
Okay, and Young and Ace's gang name is
ATK.
okay. How does the other gang? Because you just mentioned 1200s and some other people, NRG or NGR, whatever. How did these other people have issues with them, or are they just connected through Young and Ace? You just explain.
All of these gangs are like one. They just split up. If that makes sense.
Okay, okay.
ATK and KTA are like the same gang.
Really?
Ace and Foolio used to be cool. They say they not, but all these gangs used to be tied into each other, and they all are like friends because they all follow each other still. Even the people that were there with Julio Foolio that night, like the Mizzle dude, and you see him. They're supposed to be the guy on the stretcher or whatever. Or,
people said that he backdoored him. Oh, he got shot?
No, Mizzle is the guy who was allegedly driving that car.
Huh?
Foolio was in the passenger seat of that car. He wasn't driving. So if you notice how that shooter walked up to the passenger side only, that's because they knew Foolio wasn't driving that car. Everybody knew. ATK even is admitting they all knew that Foolio was in the passenger side of that car.
I'm already hearing some errors within his story, guys. You feel me? Because, like, I don't know if y'all know, but I don't think he shot at the damn passenger side. It looked like he shot at the driver's side. Or am I tripping? Did I see something else? I could say he shot at the driver's side, famo. I don't know. I might be tweaking.
And he was stupid because he was supposed to be in the back seat, but everybody knew he was in the passenger seat. And the guy walked right up to the passenger seat of that car. But like I said, they were backdoored because if you go look on the social media of the Mizzle dude who was right there with him the whole night, he was following all of the ATK members, all the 1200 members. There's a dude named Foolie from the Four. Foolie from the Four is the one taking credit. If you go look up on Instagram, Foolie.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Now go look at him. His girl was at that party that night.
Okay, so wait, who's his girl?
I had to send you her Instagram. Okay. But she's on there. She's tagged in his photos. All of them. They were setting him up the whole night. This was like a big play to get him up out the way.
Like the driver's side.
The girls that were tied to him were the strippers, the club promoters, the girl that he ended up at the club with. They created a fake Julio Foolio profile to make it look like they were talking to Julio Foolio and booking him for a show, but they were never talking to him. There was a fake ass account that they created. The two girls that booked him for that show didn't really book him for that show. I don't know how. I mean, he wasn't even at the show. I don't even know how they got him there. They won't show the. I talked to the girls. I got both of them on the phone. They cussed me out and got mad because I caught them in the lie. They say they booked Julio Foolio to come to that club that night, but one of the girls wasn't even there, and the other girl left as soon as Julio Foolio got there. So if you booked Julio Foolio for an event, why the fuck would you not be there when he gets there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they're all following the ops.
Wait, hold on one second though. So you mentioned that he's sitting in the passenger seat. Now I'm looking at the car that was shot up. It feels like the bullets are kind of almost aimed at the driver. And by the way, was this Mizzle? You said Mizzle was driving. How was he hurt? Was he shot?
One other person was shot, but they won't confirm or deny who that was. There was only one other person who was shot, and he went to the hotel room leaking. And that's how the hotel worker that I was on the phone with, she watched him walk right past her like he's leaking. And if you go back and look at that footage that you were just showing, they showed like the blood trail to the hotel from where he got shot. But there is no blood spill where Julio Foolio allegedly got shot at.
So they said 3 shot though. What happened to the other 2 people in the car?
That's what they say, but there's no proof of anything. You didn't even get any hospital records for anybody. From my knowledge, there was only one other person shot. From my knowledge, there was only one other person shot.
Oh man, I'm looking at.
And that was the guy who ended up on the stretcher. Only one person was on the stretcher.
So how the hell would they know that he was in a passenger seat? And I ain't gonna lie, these bullets look like a driver kill. Like yeah, definitely. Because he was set up from the inside. Everybody that was there was all following everybody from all the other gangs. If you go look at, that's why I'm telling you, the NHG, that's No Hospital Gang. ATK, that's Ace's Top Killers. Wait, there's a gang called No Hospital Gang?
Yeah, NHG. Christ. It's a Jacksonville gang. NHG, 1200, and ATK. Those are the 3 gangs that took out Julio Foolio.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
look up
crazy.
No Hospital Gang, NHG. That's Tay Shots. Tay Shots was there. I got proof that all these dudes there. Tay Shots was there, ATK Keys. These are all Aces boys, and then the 1200 gang was there. NHG was there. All these people was there, and they co-conspired to get this done. And if you look in Ace's video of the one he dropped, "Do It," whatever the fucking song was called.
Yeah.
The dude, what's his name? I just said his fucking name. Well, his homeboy was there. He got the same fucking tattoos in the video when he rolled his sleeve up, and I'm gonna show that tonight on my stream. But yeah, all them niggas was there. They snitching on themselves though, and they giving up the whole drop themselves. And Tay Shots was there, most definitely. Tay Shots admits in one of the streams that they're sitting there reacting to one of my videos, and they admit that they almost got shot that night. They're trying to mute their lie, but they're telling how they was there and they almost got shot. Like, damn, nigga, you could have shot me. They just snitching. They keep snitching on themselves, dog. Like, they keep going live and keep talking about it and keep telling on themselves. But when you go look at all the research, you'll see the NHG, who is Tay Shots and them crew, and Ace's crew, ATK, and the 1200 boys, all of them are all following each other. All of them are taking credit for the hit, and all of them are trying to confuse everybody. That's all they're doing is trying to mix and mingle all the information, but they're all intertwined. It's all like the same gang.
Okay.
That's why I say if you go
So
back
they
to the beginning,
purposely
ATK
trying
and
to
KTK
confuse
are like the
people.
same
Okay.
gang. All them people just split up and created two different gangs.
Okay, so do you believe that the setup came from maybe a guy that was on the inside, or maybe it's a girlfriend or a woman?
Both. I think I know for a fact they lured him to that club because I got in touch with the Airbnb owner.
Now that's one thing I could agree with him on. Like, bro, it had to been some type of inside job, but like, it had to be, bro. Like, it was just too smooth. I feel like a female had to do. Rather, it was. I'm trying to stay away from like the girlfriend. Like, bro, what he doing is kind of hot, bro. Cause like he throwing names on shit. Like, bro, I know it kind of sound like cool as hell that you trying to solve shit, but like, bro, you're being known for putting names on situations, fam, and like, kudos to you, fam, if you end up being right and stuff like that. But what if you're wrong about a lot of this stuff? And then, you know, you saying the girls from the club set it up too and whoop the whoop, and you know, what if it was just one of them that could have set it up and the other one wasn't? You know what I'm saying? And one of them lost it, but the other one know it. It's like you got to think about situations like that to where you don't want to throw it out there saying, oh yeah, they both set it up and whoop the whoop. It's like, damn. Now you can have them spooked as hell. Now they didn't want to walk out their crib. You making the block hot, fam. You know what I'm saying? So like, even though you could be edging on to certain situations, instead of saying, oh yeah, she knew she was lying, so yeah, she got mad and woo woo, you should say, man, I think. But you out here like, hell yeah, they did it. Yup, for sure ski. I know they did it. Had to.
It's a guy named Robert. He's an Airbnb owner. He is the one who kicked Foolio out of that hotel. I mean, out of the Airbnb, which they already had to drop on the Airbnb. They already knew where the Airbnb was because the girls already gave up the Airbnb, but they already scoped out the Airbnb and noticed that like there was like a residential neighborhood. They wasn't trying. It was cameras everywhere. They wasn't trying to do it right there, so they had to get him kicked out. Which the Airbnb was in Mizzle's name. Mizzle was connected to Robert, who was the Airbnb owner. And all of them are tied into like some cartel shit and some other shit. It was a Mexican dude. But anyway, long story short,
What the hell?
they get in contact with Robert. Robert calls the police. The police come over there, shut the party down, kick Foolio out. And the girls are already there. I got proof that the girls who booked him for the club are already at the Airbnb with him. So the girl is like, oh, well, let's just go to my spot. They go to the next spot, which is in the slums. They go to this Truth 18 club. They go to Truth 18. And one of the girls doesn't even go, and the other girl, she leaves as soon as like it gets thick in there. As soon as everybody gets there, she dips. Then Foolio's left there by himself, pretty much drunk as hell. And then that's whenever they go to the next spot. But when they go to book this hotel room, the hotel workers detailing how Foolio is basically just sitting outside like a sitting duck, and they wouldn't let him book the room. They kept telling him he gotta wait. But there's another guy who works at that hotel who set the whole play up. Now, it's a lot of moving parts. That's why it's probably confusing. But there's a guy who works at that hotel, and he's the one who leaked the footage. The footage that everybody's looking at is the guy who worked at the hotel. He leaked that footage, and the hotel worker got scared. The lady that I'm talking to, she got scared, and she just snitched on everybody. And allegedly now she's in witness protection, and she got the fuck out of there. But they said that they wouldn't let Foolio book that room. They sent the girls up there to try to get a room. They wouldn't let nobody get in this hotel. They kept telling them to wait. But then something happened behind them where we're not looking at. She's like, what y'all are seeing on the camera is the aftermath of what had already happened over there, because that's why Foolio and them drove off, because somebody already started shooting at them over there at the front of the hotel. They tried to leave. Some guys came up from the side, and that's what we saw when they came up from the side. And then when they hit that right, there's some more guys that came from that way. If you look closely,
what hotel was it? Home two?
Video.
Was it home two or
It happened at the home too.
Oh, okay.
It didn't happen. It never happened at the Holiday Inn. The shooting happened at the home too. It just ended up in the Holiday Inn. And if you look at Foolio girl car, she was already there. She parked at the Holiday Inn, but this happened at the home too. But her car is wrecked. How the fuck did all her car get scratched up? Because she was involved in the shit too. She tried to block his car off. And the girl is on the run now. You don't even hear from Foolio girlfriend no more. She's over there on Clubhouse with his damn ops. She's over there with Tay Shots and ATK Keys on Clubhouse, and I caught her over there.
What do you mean she's on Clubhouse with his ops? Like,
I got a recording of Foolio's girlfriend with all his ops.
Really?
Like 3 or 4 days ago.
Like,
what the hell?
And she's
seen
well
that.
aware that maybe one of them is responsible for his death, and she's hanging with him.
She ain't hanging with them.
She knows for a fact. She's over there. They're acting like they're threatening each other, but come on, dog. They're not threatening each other. This is all bullshit. These people her car is wrecked, but her car is parked. How the fuck did your car get wrecked that night? And she left it there. That car that was on the scene that everybody kept saying that car was left up there, that's Foolio girlfriend car. She was driving that car with the rest of those girls. What happened? All of those girls jumped in a lift and left. They didn't even go to the hospital.
Let me ask you a question though. So I'm guessing police must, like, they have all the footage. If they thought that the girlfriend was involved though, they would have took that car. They're not leaving evidence just sitting there. Like her car would if her car was in a wreck somehow that did anything weird, they would have probably took that car. They must have cleared that car to say that this car got no evidence. It's of no evidentiary value. So we're not gonna take it in, because the car he was definitely killed in, 100,000,000%. That's an evidence.
You're taking that,
100%. Sure. But that car, even the hotel worker is saying that if you look at the pathway, if you go to Google Earth and look at the pathway of where he got shot at, in the corner he turned, and the only way his car could end up where it ended up is because his car ran through a pathway. And this is how I know the hotel worker wasn't lying, because this is before the footage came out. She kept talking about a pathway and how his car got shot up. He hit a right and he went down a pathway. And if you look on the Google Earth, there was that pathway. But then she goes on to say his girlfriend's car was at the end of that pathway, blocking him in, and he hit her car. That's whenever they said Foolio is the one who got into a wreck with his girlfriend's car, because she was blocking him. But then when the cops get there, the girl's car is parked, but it's wrecked. How the fuck is it wrecked? And why are you not in it? And why did you get in the lift and leave?
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the.
Kind of reaching.
Did you remember what street
a little bit,
that
a little bit
that hotel's
But it
on
sound. You know what I'm saying?
I have to look it up. Give me a second. Holiday Inn.
I think it might be this.
Temple.
Is it 50th Street?
Holiday Inn. Oh, here it goes right here. All right, the address is 3751 East Fowler Avenue. 3751 East Fowler, Fowler.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm just putting it up on the screen.
Now go to Google Earth, and you'll be able to see. And this is how I know the lady wasn't capping, because she had all this shit before, and she was talking about the bricks and the tree, and how it hit she's talked about how his car got into a wreck because it hit that curb. And like I said, I hadn't seen the video. Nobody's seen the video. The video dropped after I did this with her, and I put this shit on the internet. And now all of a sudden the images are surfacing everywhere.
Yeah.
Went that way.
So whenever you look at that pathway where he got shot at, he makes that right, and then if you look straight ahead, there's like a little pathway. It's like a little alley, and that's where his car ended up, at the end of that alley. But there's no way it could have ended up there unless it went through that pathway.
Oh.
And his girl car was parked right in front of there.
What? I don't get it. I don't
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
weird as shit. So you think the guys right now they're snitching on themselves? They don't give a fuck about getting caught. It seems, right?
I think they, I think they think they're not gonna get caught.
Now,
I truly think that they think they're not gonna get caught, but they're just being real subliminal. It's kind of like when you did the war in Chirac, kind of how everybody's just they're kind of making the same mistakes that King Von and all them. Like they're jumping on Twitter. Like I
and they're
got
probably
ATK
hyped off the
Keys.
clout. They're probably hyped off the clout too. Like they
Yeah,
want to get
because
in
one of the guys' name is ATK Keys. I get him. I showed him a screenshot of what he sent. He didn't even remember he did this. He has a tweet that says, "Damn, what if we would have got all three of them?" And then he's looking at my live stream. He's reacting to it, and he's like, "Damn, I said that." And he puts his mic on mute and turns around looking at Tay Shots and looking at the other dude. And if you look in the bed, there's another dude that's sitting back in the bed. He won't get out that bed. He keeps laying. That's the dude who got shot that night. If you look at one of the shooters, they got shot. That's the dude who got. He's laying in that bed over there. It's one of the dudes who got hit. And but they're looking at each other like, "Damn, I said that." He puts his mic on mute and comes back. "Oh no, I was talking about some hoes, man. We was talking about some hoes, man. We went to Nah, bro, you caught up. Y'all got on Twitter and y'all keep snitching on Twitter. And y'all keep on going to each other and commenting under each other's profile. It's kind of like the same thing as the war in Chirac. They're all this hyped off this clout, and they all trying to clout up off this shit. They're trying to become like famous rappers and thinking that this is gonna be like their big break. So they're taking the credit for it. But of course, when you go and look into it, you see all of these guys are tied into each other. There ain't no fucking way that everybody who was at that party is following everybody who's taking credit for the body.
Damn, this nigga. You know what's crazy? That nigga Foolio was hated by a lot of people, so you can't even pinpoint him. So, so the lady you were talking to, and we didn't watch even the whole thing, but we watched enough. We only watched 8 minutes. It looked like it's 34 minutes. She said that it appeared to them, and I'm guessing this is probably from either her being there and her seeing what happened or her looking at a surveillance video. She felt it was a paid hit. Like this, you know, maybe not necessarily paid, but she's saying this is something that was set up really well, and it looked like it wasn't done by, oh, some niggas got into it and some shit happened. Seemed like this was a hit. From everything you're hearing, would you say she's correct?
I know for a fact it was a hit, but they're saying it was $250,000, which to me is like
It was definitely
all y'all are splitting 200. That's not a lot of money.
Listen,
but
yeah, put like this. I guarantee you, if we Foolio and every other nigga except Young and Ace, they don't have $250 combined. I'm sorry to tell y'all niggas.
Facts.
I'm just sorry to tell y'all niggas. Like, it might be 250,000 pesos, not dollars. Not dollars. No.
Hey, these niggas are broke. But
Yeah.
of course, if you're looking at $10,000 for one of these broke bummy ass dudes, they probably would do it. You know what I'm saying? For like 20, 30.
Oh yeah. No, of course. No. First of all, I think 10,000 these niggas will crash out. Yeah, 10
Oh
grand.
no,
let's go.
facts. They don't even got $10,000 in their bank account. Probably never seen it, never held it.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was definitely a paid hit because it was done too strategically. And it was a hit. You could just tell that because all of these dudes are taking credit for it, and like I said, they're all on social media following each other, and all of them co-conspired because the dude Foolio from the 4, he was actually in Tampa at the fucking location. He has a picture. I got a picture on somewhere on my YouTube, but it was from the stream I did last night. He's sitting over there at the fucking Holiday Inn in the dirt, right where he got shot at. He took a picture there and tagged Tampa Bay in it. He's riding in the car, and then then you connect that girl that was in the car with him. There's another girl who was at the Holiday Inn at the the Airbnb party that night as well. She's saying she's at the Holiday Inn. You look at her following; she's following all the NHG members. You look at they following this, but everybody's following each other. But then they all say they don't know each other. Really? So it's like this is pretty easy to put together, dog. Like 1,200 is the people who are going to go down for this body, and NHG is going to be in a RICO, and ATK is going down in a RICO. But the people that are going to go down for the body is going to be 1,200 because those are the people that seems like they're snitching on them. Yeah. Now ATK is kind of putting their hands in the air, and ATK is kind of like, hey, y'all need to be looking at 1,200.
It's a lot of things that we all know that are facts, you feel what I'm saying? And one of the things that I could believe is the fact is, yes, somebody dropped the bag. Had to been a bag dropped, you feel me? Now, the way he said it's gonna go down and the way it went down, he already kind of threw me once he said Foolio was in the passenger seat. I don't think he was in the passenger seat. If I'm correct on what I seen at the beginning, it looked like Foolio was driving. You dig what I'm saying? If he wasn't driving, I don't know. I guess that picture kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's throwing me off. But I can't take away the fact until the facts really drop and come out. You feel me? But damn, boy, hold up, boy. You got my brain everywhere, boy. You putting a lot of shit together, bro. But like, are you speaking for real, for real? You feel me? The fact that he say they've been following each other, you know, and he put it together that everybody there, you know, had something to do with it. Like in the streets, stuff really get real, fam. Sometimes you could be with your partner, not even knowing your partner finna do some old dumbass shit, and he do that dumbass shit. You feel me? That's how the streets operate. You feel me? So like, for you to just automatically assume in the streets everybody know what's going on that's around, it's just crazy. It be some folks just in the mix, bro. Don't really know what the hell going on. Now, I kind of do believe him when he say stuff like 1,200 and this and that. All of them is together, which would be crazy. Once they go to build it and find out all of them together, you know, Ricos and stuff like that can be built off of shit like that. You feel me? But for the most part, if he really feel like these boys that he's going back and forth with was actually there on the scene, and he's saying they was there on the scene, and comes to find out they wasn't on the scene, bro, would be crazy to me. But if they was on the scene, that'll be even more crazy to me, fam. I don't really feel like they was on the scene, just cause like if you would be on the scene, come back and just talk crazy about it, it's wild. Is it a little trick that they throwing where we gonna act like we wasn't on the scene and we gonna talk shit, we gonna clown the ops, hoping that they could never figure out that we was there? We just gonna keep talking junk. Why would we talk junk if we was there? You know, people could think like that. But it could be the whole other way around. What if they is really just talking shit and clouting up off the situation and happy that they get the clout off the situation because they can't go down for the situation they ain't do or have no involvement in? But damn, y'all, it's gonna be real when we see what start happening.
I don't know how much you've looked into this. Do you know why it felt like Foolio was moving unlike he normally moved? He was like telegraphing his move. Yo, we right here. We at this location. And then he just kind of said, yo, he kept saying, yo, I'm with mad people, as if maybe he's trying to like just scare other people off by saying he got a crowd with them. Why was he acting like that? Did anything weird happen earlier? You know the person in the hotel said people came by days before, and she thinks that might be related. Do you think, you know, I mean, that maybe wasn't the first time those guys were around Foolio, and maybe
he felt uncomfortable,
or maybe they try to do it somewhere else, and they were like, nah. I know you mentioned the Airbnb, but what do you think?
Yeah, when you go back and look at it, Tay Shots was there. Tay Shots went to that hotel, and it was two dudes. Tay Shots and I can't remember the other dude's name, but Fallout Sosa. Fallout Sosa and Tay Shots went to that hotel, and they and this is how I got these little dumb motherfuckers to snitch, because I'm showing them how they were at this hotel and what this lady was saying. They keep going on mute. And then they come back, and then the lady says Fallout Sosa was there. Like, nah, Fallout Sosa wasn't there. It's my cousin. I know. I was on the phone with him. The f you, but y'all are so stupid. Fallout Sosa was most definitely there. Fallout Sosa's in Ace's video. Tay Shots is in Ace's video. They're the dudes with the ski mask on. Like, and then ATK Keys is in the goddamn video. So they were most definitely there. This was pre-planned. And then this is what ATK Keys says. He says, well, I guess that I'm just gonna guess that the hotel manager. This was the management for Foolio went to go check and see if he was there yet, and then she's just scared right now. Why the f would you say that when he was never supposed to be at that hotel? So why would his management go? This is what ATK Keith said. He said management went up there, and basically the lady she's scared now. She's just running scared because management went up there looking for him, and she has it all wrong. She don't know what she's talking about. But she identified Fallout Sosa, just like she correctly. Now, I know some people saying the lady probably was capped, but how can she be capping when everything she said, this is before the footage, so everything she said came out to be true?
It doesn't come across to me like she's lying or intentionally lying, but it seems like she's telling from her perspective, but she might not have the whole picture figured out. Like,
For sure.
she's making certain assumptions. So she might not be 100% correct, but she's probably good 70, 80, which gives you a great start, especially if you don't know shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you know that there was a shooting that happened in Alabama, and Ace was coming. Now I got this too. I got the paperwork on this, and they lied about this. Ace and ATK Keys were coming back from Alabama, and they got pulled over with 7, 8 guns in the car. And Ace is a convicted felon, and now they can't even be around each other anymore. But when they were coming back from this is what she's saying, that they just her cousin. So she's tied into not only this case, but she's tied into she's saying that she felt like this was too close to home, and that's why she got scared and started talking to the feds, because these same people she remembers from her cousin in Alabama. And she's saying that, I don't know this to be true. She just saying this was Ace.
Yeah, I heard enough. Well, y'all, moral of the story is, man, shout out to Act, you feel me? I'm not too sure about Buddy's story though, y'all. You feel me? Like, I'm still trying to piece it together, you feel me? And I will have updates for y'all for sure. I'm talking about like real updates, you feel me? Well, we could bring out some facts, and I ain't gonna lie, her recording was a valuable component of what I kind of put together, you feel me? And it's like everything I've been saying so far prior, it's slowly but surely coming to the light, bro. But you know, we gonna be smooth with it. Some of the stuff he did say, it do sound believable, but a lot of stuff he do say, it sound like that it's just what he's assuming that's happening, bro. But I wouldn't be surprised if some of the stuff he's saying is right. I probably wouldn't, you feel me? But hey, I'm gonna give y'all the next video. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about this.